prehistory is divided into two ages, the Stone Age and the Age of Metals. The Age of Metals are true milestone in the age of history because metal tools were far more durable than stone tools. The Metal Age is basically divided into three main categories: Copper Age, Bronze Age and Iron Age. In Neolithic Age, people were using stone tools which would break easily and could not retain their sharpness. Mankind discovered copper while digging and realized that it can be used after heating and molding. They could mold copper into tools and ornaments. The copper tools were much more sophisticated in comparison to stone tools. With the end of Neolithic Age, many people started to use copper and low-grade bronze. The culture based on the use of stone and copper was termed as Chalcolithic Age. Chalcolithic word is derived from Greek word where chalco means copper and lithos means stones. It is an era of copper stone tools which marked the beginning of Metal Age. In the context of India's subcontinent, this culture was mainly seen in the pre-Harappan phase, but at many places it extended up to post-Harappan phase too. The improved gadgets allowed man to hunt and cultivate easily. This improved in farming and agriculture, which resulted in having more food. That is why population increased. People of Chalcolithic Age survived on hunting, fishing and farming. Hunting was one of the essential occupations. Animals including sheep, buffalo, goats, cattle and pig served as food to these people. The rice cropping pattern and cotton farming developed in this period. Some of the main crops were barley, wheat, lentil, bajra, jowar, ragi millets, green pea and black gram. During Chalcolithic Age, early settlement and villages started to grow and slowly gave rise to cities. These cities were located around areas which were rich in underground metal resources. These cities were surrounded by high walls to protect these cities. Houses were made up of stone, mud and hay. Use of brick was large during the Chalcolithic Age, but there are no traces of burnt bricks. The planning of home was simple, which was either circular or rectangular. The walls of home were plastered from mud with lime and sometimes with cow dung. The houses mostly had one room, but sometimes multi-roomed houses were also seen, which supposed to belong to influential people. In Enamgaon, circular or ovens pit houses are located. To be able to mold metals, people melted them up in oven at a very high temperature. Molten liquid metals were poured into molds, forming the desired shape, creating different tools, utensils and weapons. This process is known as metallurgy and it involves during the age of metals. Nowadays, metallurgy is still considered to be one of the important sectors in modern society. Copper was used as a raw material to make tools, weapons and jewelry, but it was not completely resistant, so it was mainly used to make jewelry, to lesser degree for utensils and tools. Then people discovered tin, and when copper and tin were mixed together, a better substance was formed known as bronze. Bronze was more hard and wear resistant than copper, so it was mainly used in hunting weapons like knives, axes, fishing hooks chisel, and pin. The speciality of Chalcolithic culture was wheel-made pottery, mostly of red and orange color. Pottery was painted in linear designs, mainly in black pigment, and was decorated with different shapes. Design of flower, vegetation, animal, and bird were used commonly. Burial cities of Chalcolithic age gives us an insight into what Chalcolithic age people were thinking and what was important for them. People were buried in man-made mounds. Chalcolithic people covered the dead bodies in the floors of their houses facing toward north-south direction, along with copper pot objects. Not just adults, but children were covered with necklaces around their necks or with pottery of copper. These children were mainly considered from the rich family. This period marked the beginning of great civilization. This is also marked by something of significance like first jobs and trades. People are now focusing exclusively working on one particular trade area. Commerce, cattle raising, agriculture, pottery and metal craft. Thanks to metallurgy, the crafting trade started to bloom. The older invention of Stone Age like wheel and sail were now being improved to give rise to means of transportage like carriages and first sailing boat. Commerce and trade started to develop because of improved transport skills and craftsmanship. Cities and mankind started to change their lifestyle because of trade, and finally great civilization started to appear in the later stage.